Right, Adam.
Okay,
Right, Dan.
we're live.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm gonna mute Grumpy Vegan Grandad, but we're live. Hello, everybody. Hello, beautiful beans. How are we all?
We're good. Hello.
Big hello.
Hello.
And I know there's a 10-second delay, but I just want to find out if everyone watching can hear us okay. At the moment, it says 0 people viewing. Oh, 8 people viewing. Can you let us know if you can hear us, bean salads? Let us know if in the comments.
Looks like they can.
Hello, Toby.
What do you think of the moustache, Adam? Max out of 10.
It's better than ads.
Never.
Good. It's looking good.
I want to say hello to some of the people that are watching in the audience. So first of all, hello to Bo. Thanks for coming.
Hi, Bo.
And hello, Michael is watching as well. Michael's always there. The wonderful Toby. And the wonderful vegan vlogger. And hello to anyone else that isn't in the comments but is watching. And thanks for joining us. What I'm going to do, first of all, is I'm just going to explain what we're going to do this evening, and then I'm going to introduce my lovely, beautiful guests that are on here tonight. So we're going to be watching an upsetting video, so I'm going to give you a trigger warning now. It's not pleasant. I haven't seen all of it, but I have narrated a little bit, so I know that there's going to be some upsetting footage of pigs in that video. The film that we're going to show tonight is it's filmed at the farm that was on Meet the Victims this weekend in Wakefield. So if anyone saw the Meet Victims footage over the weekend, everything you're going to see is from that farm. So I want to introduce my guests. So first of all, I'm going to go like a round robin. So I'm going to go George because he's next to me. So George, can you tell everybody about your channel and what you might have coming up in the future?
Sure, yeah. So I host the Carnism Debunked website that a lot of people use for debunking anti-vegan arguments and stuff. And I also run the YouTube channel Carnism Debunked, which needs a lot more subscribers. So shameless plug, but guys, please do subscribe to the Carnism Debunked YouTube channel if you can. And I'm currently Rebecca's co-organizer with the We the Free Bristol chapter.
And it's not a shameless plug. I want you to plug your channel on here, definitely.
All right,
and my
cool.
channel's half the size of yours, so don't worry about it. And then UK Vegan Family, do you want to tell everyone about your amazing channel as well and what you do and what you've got coming up?
Well, it's been a little while, hasn't it? 'Cause we've had a lot going on. Obviously, as the name, we're a family. We've got a little one. And because of the last sort of 18 months, we've missed out on making a lot of memories with our son, Jack. So apologies for lack of content, but we've been having a great time camping and various other things. So we'll be back soon, won't we? But our main role is to normalise vegan families and be a voice for the animals. So we're always willing to help any potential families going vegan as well. So give us a shout.
Yep, and you've got a very open Instagram page as well, and you're doing a lot of campaigning for schools and to normalise that. So that's really good too. So everyone subscribe to that. I think if I didn't put the links in the description, I will do, and then you can crack on there and have a look. I'll pop them in the comments as well. So next we've got my arch enemy, Grumpy Vegan Grandad. Do you want to talk about your channel, Trouble?
Yeah, sorry. I in my thingy, I'm sort of last, so I just you threw me then. Yeah.
Well, you're next on mine, so.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So my channel is a bit. It's all about animal rights. It's about getting active, being active. I'm straight talking. I say it as it is. I don't pull any punches. I've got a strong suspicion I'm suffering from ADHD. So that makes my channel just totally random and no construction to it whatsoever. It's just crazy. But you'll find something for everybody on there. There's all sorts on there. There's a bit of fun, bit of seriousness, and we will talk about my latest video after we've watched this one because it's very relevant as well, as you know, Rebecca. But yeah, please subscribe. It'll help me so much just to get the word out there. Thank you.
The links are going in the comments. And then we've got my new friend, the wonderful Jereen, the vegan poet, 1973.
Hello.
Hello. How are you? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good today. I'm good.
Good. Do you want to tell everyone about your wonderful channel?
Sure. I wasn't expecting to do that. I'm not very good at talking about myself.
Well, do you want me to pick you up then? Because it's awesome.
Sure. I have a YouTube channel. Obviously, it's called The Vegan Poet 1973. I started it basically because of you, Rebecca, and you know that, to help uplift other people in my area, because there's hardly any of us out here. So slowly but surely, we're getting more people involved. So that's my main focus of my channel. But I do also have a lot of other things in there, like cooking. You know, I can't really cook, so it's a little bit, there's humor involved, so I try to make it funny. But I also do have bearing witnesses in there and going to slaughterhouses and feedlots, and I have one coming up. I'm going to a feedlot next week to see about the breeding horses for slaughter. So a little bit of investigating, and also uplifting businesses as well in the area and giving them shout outs to make sure that everybody's aware that we exist and help us grow. So that's kind of my point.
And it is funny. If you need a giggle, then definitely head over. I always laugh, and there's some great activism on there, and that's why, like, you kind of thrown yourself into it straight away. So it's really good.
Thank you.
And then last, but by no means least, the beautiful Level Joy with her amazing hair, which I'm always jealous of. Do you want to tell everyone about your channel and what you do and what you've got coming up?
Yes, sure. Sorry for the ruckus in the background, by the way. I just think I found a way to fix my camera to look less haunted. So that's good. But what I do is I'm got a channel, Level Joy, and it used to be mostly about gaming, but since I got involved in vegan activism, I've been doing a lot more than that. I've been making videos about bugs, specifically bees, recently. I got a video about that coming up, about how bees feel pain, how they experience the world, whether or not they're sentient. I really took a deep dive in that, and I really am excited about that next upcoming video. Other than that, I am absolutely in love with protest songs, so I got a big project for that coming up as well.
Yeah, there's some great music on your channel. I was telling George before we came onto live and before you all joined about the song you did that went along footage of animals in slaughter trucks, and how beautiful that song was, and went really well with it.
The High Road.
It's very powerful.
You mean The High Road, right? I think.
Yes.
Ah, right. Yeah, that's. I don't know. I got a bit of a love-hate relationship with that song, because on one hand, I really like it, and on the other hand, I found it really difficult to edit that footage. Really, damn.
It's hard to watch the footage, and this is going to be difficult tonight. I'm just going to say hello to some latecomers, and I'm also going to give you another warning as well, a trigger warning, that we're going to be watching a video that's 15 minutes long, and it's not pleasant to watch. It's quite upsetting. So, hello, Muddy Paws. We've got someone I haven't seen before. Jordan. Hello, Jordan. Hello, fellow vegan people. And then we've got some lovely comments as well about people as well. Where have we got? I think they were mainly about the vegan poet, to be honest. Tom Woolard, I don't know that name either. Hello. And hello, Stupid Vegan. And my two favourite vegan cats after my own vegan cats. Hello. Aisha and Barsic. Go and check their channel out if you haven't already. It's very good. There's another one there's some new names on here I haven't seen before, so that's great. And we're going to do a bit of a rundown afterwards. We might stop the video if anyone wants to talk about any points that are showing in it, and then we will open the floor up to Q&A later. I was hoping that Creator might come on, but it doesn't look like she's able to make it, so apologies for that. But
so what's the protocol for when you want to make a comment? Do you put your hand up?
Put your hand up, and I will try and keep an eye out. Bearing in mind, I haven't actually watched this either. We've got some more people. Brilliant. Caught a stream from the channel. Thank you for joining. Thanks everyone for coming. So I'm going to pop it up. So yeah, if at any point any of you that are part of the stream want to make a comment, then let me know. Just put your hand up in the air, and I will pause it, and we'll talk about that bit. And if not, then we can talk about it afterwards. It's not a problem. It's only 15 minutes long. So if I can ask everyone to mute their mics, and then without further ado, I will get it added. I'll make sure that people can hear it as well. Can everyone hear that?
This is Whole Grain Farm. an intensive pig farm in Wakefield, England. Based in the centre of a residential area, they've often been the recipient of complaints from locals, and that's no surprise. The whole area is cast under the foul smell created within. But most of them will not have seen the conditions inside the sheds, and do not know the stories of the pigs whose entire lives have existed within those walls.
Pigs are incredibly intelligent animals. Studies have found that they're smarter and more trainable than both cats and dogs. They are known to have over 20 unique vocalizations and communicate with each other constantly. Whether that's a mother sow soothing her young, expressing stress, hunger, happiness, or communicating with their friends, they express their emotions and needs just like we do. There have been many videos gaining popularity online showing the true capabilities of pigs. Such as those who have learnt to play video games or operate their own showers. So it's no secret how amazing these animals truly are. In the wild, pigs can roam for miles each day. They are highly social animals and need a lot of mental stimulation. They are not suited to cope with living inside, in small spaces, day after day.
The pigs at Hall Green Farm are large white pigs. This is the breed most commonly exploited for meat. They are capable of living for around 16 years and having a full and happy life. Sadly, only a very lucky few pigs get to have a life of freedom. Hall Green Farm was investigated over a period of 6 months, and this is what was found. The majority of what you are about to see is representative of widespread practices throughout the UK. When consumers buy products from pigs, this is what we are supporting. The lack of awareness of the true conditions that most animals face is the result of a lot of money being poured into advertising and marketing to hide the reality from public view.
Piglets at this farm are born into farrowing pens. Their mothers confined in metal bars with a small surrounding pen for her piglets. There are rows and rows of these pens inside many large barns. On multiple visits, investigators witnessed piglets of only a few weeks old having violent seizures.
Sorry, Grumpy, you had your hand up.
Yeah, but I thought just come into my head then. I mean, if we didn't say that this was in the UK and we showed this to the British public, they would assume that this was in some backward foreign country that's not advanced. That's what they'd say. If we didn't show them this, they would not believe that this was in the UK.
No, you're
Absolutely. I feel like that would be the same in the Netherlands. You know, people always say, "Oh no, that's not here. That doesn't happen here. It happens in America, or it happens on like huge farms somewhere in some faraway country," as if we wouldn't have anything to do with that. But you know what I mean.
Yeah. Anyone else want to say anything at this point? Are you happy for me to press play?
Yep, go for it.
All good.
Water troughs, empty, dry, and dirty. And signs of disease and infection apparent. A fair number of piglets do not survive the farrowing sheds, dying from infections, getting crushed as their mother is unable to move away, or not being able to get enough access to suckle. This is Noah. At no more than a couple of weeks old, he had already experienced so much. Noah, like all of the piglets, had his tail and teeth cut with no anesthetic or pain relief. and as the weakest and smallest in his litter, was not able to fight his way through his siblings to suckle. He likely suffered infection due to being unable to get vital antibodies from his mother's colostrum, and his little body was just too weak to fight. Pigs have a strong maternal bond, and yet his mother was not even able to turn to reach him to provide comfort and help her baby to suckle. Piglets' tails and teeth are cut in commercial farms to stop them from biting and injuring each other due to the boredom and frustration of being confined. Another piglet, Leela, who was a few weeks older, was seen to be having a seizure. On this occasion, almost all of the water bowls in the farrowing sheds were empty. Some had been reclaimed by the piglets as litter trays, as they struggled to keep their waste away from where they slept in such small confines. She shook and twitched, tensing her limp body with her tongue hanging out. A common sight in those sheds, until her heart stopped beating, after just a few weeks of what could hardly be called a life.
The piglets who survived the farrowing crates would then be moved onto the rearing sheds at 5 weeks old, where hundreds of them are kept in pens together with very little enrichment or access to light. At this time, some of the female piglets are moved to a smaller shed to be raised as breeding sows. In this barn, there's a board detailing how many piglets died and how many were knocked each day, a term meaning to bang the piglet on the concrete as a way of killing them if they're sick or simply not growing as the farmer would like. Here we can see that in a period of just 7 weeks, 51 individuals were knocked against concrete to be killed, and 31 more died on their own. This shed can't have held more than a few hundred piglets at a time. If we scale that to the size of the whole farm, that's an unthinkable amount of deaths and knockings.
The next stage for these piglets is the fattening units. They are as grimacing as they sound. A shed to hold them whilst they are fattened up, ready to be slaughtered. These sheds are long rows of stalls, each crowded with large piglets, with no room to exercise or express normal behaviours, and with no meaningful enrichment or stimulation. The pigs often end up fighting. One important behaviour to pigs is keeping their living quarters clean. In natural situations, you would never see them defecate where they sleep. Yet in these barns they are covered in their own waste, as the floor is covered, and they have no choice but to shit and sleep where they stand. A fantastic breeding ground for future pandemics, as pigs are forced into environments that they should not be in, making a perfect storm for illness and disease. At 6 to 8 months, the piglets, now very large from intense feeding and restricted movement, will be sent to slaughter. We do not know which slaughterhouse these pigs are sent to, but in the UK, the most common method of slaughter for pigs is lowering them into CO2 gas, causing hyperventilation and suffocation. And eventually losing consciousness, before having their throats slit and being prepared for the supermarket shelves. The ones who get sent to slaughter at this stage are the lucky ones in a way, as the females selected to become breeding sows have it even worse, going through all of this and then some.
This is Sally. She is a sow used for breeding at this farm. Her story is no different to mother pigs all over the UK and the world. A mother pig, or sow, might still be a baby herself, as she will be able to fall pregnant from about 5 months old. Shortly before she is due to give birth, she will be separated from her peers and isolated in a farrowing crate, where she will stay for 5 weeks with no room to even turn around, causing her both great physical and mental distress. Sows are pregnant for 114 days. or 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. Here, like most farms, pigs are identified by numbers. Sally is sow number 13213, but we think she deserves a name. A stock control sheet records a log of information about Sally, including the date she is served, which boar's semen is used, the date she is farrowed, and how many piglets she births, how many of those are born dead, and when the piglets are weaned. Serving is an industry term for being forcibly impregnated. Farrowing means giving birth to piglets, and weaning is the process of separating piglets from their mother. The act of serving on most commercial farms now uses artificial insemination. This is where a boar is manually ejaculated to collect semen, which is then inserted into the vagina of the sow who is in oestrus, otherwise known as in heat, as this is the most likely time in her cycle to fall pregnant. As we can see on the datasheet, Sally's old ear tag was at some point lost, and on the 8th of March, the day she gave birth, she was designated the new number 13213, and her ear was mutilated again to insert a new tag. Sally gave birth to 13 piglets, 2 of whom were born dead. Stillborn piglets are common in the industry. Causes include disease, poor nutrition or hydration, and genetics from selective breeding for larger litters and larger piglets. Just over a month later, she has her babies taken away from her. A mere 6 days later, she is forcibly impregnated again. 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days later, she gives birth to 11 babies, 10 of whom are alive. 5 weeks later, her babies are taken away again. This is only 5 months since her previous litter was taken. On the 16th of September, and this time only 4 days after being separated from her babies, she is forcibly inseminated again. But this time she doesn't fall pregnant. And when the following month, Sally isn't showing any signs of pregnancy, instead of a reprieve from this endless cycle, she is inseminated once again, going on to birth 17 babies, only 10 of whom survive the first few weeks of their lives in these filthy conditions. 4 days later, she is forcibly impregnated again, and goes on to give birth to another 17 babies. This time, 11 of them survive until weaning. Over the year and a half that this datasheet covers, Sally has her reproductive cycle violated 5 times, endures 15 months of pregnancy, 16 of her babies die, and she experiences 42 healthy piglets stolen from her care. When Sally's tired body can no longer cope with being exploited for repeated litters, she will be sent to slaughter for meat, and will be replaced by another sow for the cycle to continue.
These emotionally complex, sentient individuals deserve so much better than this. It's simply by chance that we were born into the life of humans. We have the choice to allow this to continue or not. These pigs don't have that freedom. This is why we have taken action at Hall Green Farm in Wakefield, and we hope you will join us in taking a stand against animal exploitation.
First of all, I just want to make sure everyone's okay. Well, obviously you're not okay because that's quite upsetting to watch. And there's a lot of information in there that I wasn't aware of. But how are you all feeling after watching that?
It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, it's the term dystopian comes to mind, but it's that would almost suggest that it's something fictional, which it's not.
One really important thing we have to mention here is this was the one, right, where the farmer came out and threatened people with an iron bar, right?
Yeah,
And
this
then
is what I said at the beginning of the stream. This is from the same farm that the Meet the Victim event was at this weekend, where the farmer threatened and punched.
He actually assaulted. He actually assaulted 3 people. He pushed one out, kicked another one to the ground, and then he punched them outside. Yeah,
and what's significant about this is because when you see in that footage, which people can see on social media and stuff, separate to this, is when he runs out screaming at all the activists saying, "Get the fuck out," and holding up an iron bar. The significance of that is, what is it he's angry about? What is it that he's got to hide? Why is he angry that people are there filming if nothing's going wrong? Because if I run an ethical business, let's say I run a flower shop and a load of people turn up filming stuff, I'd say, "Oh, hello everyone, how can I help you?"
Yeah, it's almost... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I wouldn't start running at people with an iron bar. So what's this, think about that for a second, why he did that.
He was also shouting like, "This is normal, this is life." Or something like that. I can remember him shouting.
He said, "This is my life." He said, "This is pig farming is my life."
His life.
Yeah. And that's just a sad thing, because I'm sure that this guy has like a family, people he cares about, and it's messed up how we end up having people like that. Because in the film you saw a little girl standing next to that pig that was being inseminated.
I know, I couldn't believe that when I saw that. I was like, what the hell? They're
that's
like
the
getting a child to sexually violate a pig. Like, what the hell? And like masturbating that poor pig. And I just don't understand what could, like,
if you look at the law, if you look at bestiality law for both the UK and the Netherlands, they have quite a lot in common in that regard. But there are specific exceptions. They describe basically what bestiality is, and then they make specific exceptions for these kinds of practices. And I don't get why. There's no clear motivation as to why. Well, for food, but that's literally the only thing. And that's so messed up to me.
The government makes an immense amount of money from this, from animal agriculture.
Yeah.
It not only makes an immense amount of money from animal agriculture, it also makes an immense amount of money from pharmaceutical industries, because all this food makes us ill. This is why we haven't banned cigarettes in the UK, right? They've merely hidden them away, right? Which is a half measure. If something was killing the population so badly, why would you not ban it? They ban cocaine, they ban cannabis, but they won't ban tobacco because it makes them a hell of a lot of money and a hell of a lot of people
or alcohol.
sick.
And alcohol kills more people than any other drug. How are you feeling after watching that, Vegan Poet?
There's a lot of information in there that I didn't know as well. I'm still trying to process all of it. I'll have to watch it again because I'll have to take notes on that.
Yeah.
When Level Joy said that it's no one would know that it was in the UK, right? It would happen here in Canada as well, the same practices. So it is absolutely normal.
People need to wake up and realize that this is going on in everyone's country. They need to stop being so brainwashed by their own country's propaganda, because every country says this happens in other countries, we do it right here. Well, it's one of you. Who was it then? If whose country's doing it then? And the answer is every single person's.
Exactly. And even if we're doing it.
Sorry, and this is why we need more vegans to be active, because I hate watching this footage. I don't like it, and I hate going to vigils. I don't like going to vigils and watching pigs go into the slaughterhouse and not being able to take them all home, because that's what I physically want to do. I want to rip open the doors of that truck and take every single pig off and take them home. But I can't. So all I can do is share this footage, and we need it gives me a fire in my belly to get out there and do more activism and speak to the public or make posts online. And that's why we need more of us. It's not enough to be vegan. It's not. How is it enough by not showing this sort of footage around.
Can everybody hear me okay? Because people are saying in the comments they're finding it hard to hear me.
Yours
quite
is
quiet.
yours are quieter than everyone's, but we can still hear you.
It's quite nice though.
I can't have that, can I?
She did that on purpose. Like she just let you down a little
probably
bit.
muted me slightly. But yeah, like I was saying before, I mean, it's no secret that I've done a video on the actual action, and I'm not doing this to self-promote. But
no, I want you all to self-promote on here though.
Yeah, my video shows the actual farmer attacking, and it's gone viral. It's actually gone viral now. I'm up to 1,300 views and nearly 200 comments. Now, most of these comments, this seems to have been spread in the farming community. All these comments, I've got nearly 200 thumbs down, as opposed to 60 thumbs up. So
Rebecca,
obviously,
I
gotta go check that out.
The farming community has come en masse to, but some of the comments are absolutely ridiculous, you know. One guy's saying, you know, a quick Google has shown me that trespass is illegal in the UK. And I'm like, well, you haven't Googled very well then, have you? Because it's not illegal in the UK. They've talked about... So they're concentrated on the fact that these people have broke into the farm, not the fact that they've exposed these conditions. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's...
on the act.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they've slammed the activists and all this for exposing it. And I've said to them, well, look at the civil rights movement. You know, all those black people going into white-only restaurants. How dare they trespass into white-only restaurants? You know, it's like, this isn't the thing. What they're trying to do is expose wrongdoing. If that farmer was so in the right, he would be inviting people in to come and see what a great farm he runs. He's doing nothing wrong. It's absolute bullshit.
Yeah, and
you know what's funny?
Go on, George, go on.
What's funny is when people say, have you vegans ever set foot on a farm? And then you go, well, yeah, if you type hashtag meet the victims in on social media, we routinely break into farms and expose it. Oh, trespassing, that's illegal. Like that get out clause to...
I mean, I would like to put a little proviso out there for anybody who's not in the UK who's watching now. The law states, just for you all to know, the law states that we can literally walk onto any property, even someone's private residence, yeah? I can walk into somebody's house if the door's unlocked and I'm not breaking the law. However, once that person or once that business owner tells me to get out... and I refuse, then it's aggravated trespass, and I can be forced off the property with reasonable force, which doesn't mean hitting people with iron bars. It means escorting them, directing them, and pushing them off your property.
I'm gonna fix my Wi-Fi. It looks like my Wi-Fi's cutting out, so I'm gonna mute it while I just try and fix my internet.
A little bit, yeah, but then that's exactly, you know, the quote, this is exactly why we take our kids apple picking and don't take them through the slaughterhouse.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and it's just wild. Another thing is a lot of the American farmers are saying, oh, goddamn, if they trespassed on my land, they'd have bullet holes in them and all this, we'd shoot them. And it's like, really, why are you so triggered? What is what you are doing?
Well, I get why they're
so
triggered. I get why they're upset and you know, angry about it, because, you know, they're very defensive about what they do. Honestly, it kind of makes sense because, you know, they know that they're going to be criticized for it. They know that what they're doing is something that they prefer to have hidden, and they don't want to be seen as these monsters. And I don't like calling people monsters, but what is happening is monstrous, and they know that they don't want to be connected to that as a person, but it still continues to happen because the industry is still alive.
What's crazy is that it's worrying whoever that farm supplies. The reason being, if that farm supplies Tesco or Sainsbury's or Morrison's or Waitrose, that's just fucking crazy, right? But this is just the truth of what's going on. And then, on the other hand, there's a lot of clattering in the background on someone's...
Who's busy?
That's the wife, sorry.
All right, sorry. But if it's one of these local farms that sells the local meat at the local farmer's market, then that's fucked as well. So it's like, who is that farm supplying? And whoever it is, that just exposes anyone's argument, basically. It exposes the arguments of the supermarkets that says, no, we only do humane meat, and it exposes the local farming bullshit as well. And that farm is supplying someone. That's the point.
Yeah, I guess I'm tired of free range, organic, grass fed. Those kinds of terms. It means nothing to the victim, really.
Mm-hmm.
But sorry, Dan, what did you want to say?
I just wanted to say though, this is the point. Like my point earlier at the beginning of the video, where we need to keep doing this, because even though it causes a bit of stress to the farmer, you know, he's got people on his property. Somebody actually put a comment on that video saying, "How would you like loads of people to come round to your house and film?" And I said, "Please bring them. I'm a lonely vegan. I've got no friends. Please come to my house, please."
I can show them some videos.
I got asked the same comment on your stream as well. I put, you know, they said, "How would you feel, vegan Pixie were?" And I was like, do you know what? If I had something to hide and I was doing something wrong, I'd probably react the same as that farmer, to be honest with you. But if not to, you know, take the topic off the animals too much, but if someone stormed a sex trafficking house and videoed what was going on there, would they be saying, "Oh, leave them alone"? It's like they wouldn't, would they?
I've been using orphanages. I've been using orphanages. I said, if these trespassers had been trespassing on an orphanage and they found all the kids were being abused and starved, would you have had the same reaction? Would you have been sticking up for the orphanage owner? You know, it's like, come on.
Maybe a closer example is the dog fighting rink or the Yulin Dog Meat Festival. Everyone, you know, is talking about. Exposition for a video of that is always widespread and everybody agrees with it, but then it's a different animal and suddenly the standard shifts.
Oh, they're disgusting. These Southeast Asians are disgusting people. How dare they eat dogs? Oh, they should be all bombed and it's horrible. You know, it's like, wow, what a contrast. What a contrast to these people. And that surprised me how big that farm was as well. I didn't realise it was so big.
It's massive.
There was
a lot of complaints from local residents, wasn't there, about the smell and the noise at that particular farm. There were a lot of local residents complaining about it because it's quite close to a residential area. And someone went to look at it, didn't they? Someone that we know, Grumpy, went to look at it and didn't think it was that, just said it was like any other normal pig farm. So it's exactly the same as all the pig farms are in the UK. Vile and dark and claustrophobic and...
No,
we do need to keep. Sorry, George. We do need to. This is my original point. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm like, yeah. We need to keep exposing it because, like we said before, that's not the UK. That's not recent. Those are the two main points we get when we show footage. Is it's not recent. It's not the UK. So we need to keep on exposing UK farms, and we need to keep doing it regular so that we can say, no, this is recent, this is this year, you know. Sorry, George.
I was going to say, think of all the people who say, you know, it's humane and everything that happens in this country. And now think of the amount of people in the UK who eat pigs, right? So you're talking tens of millions of people. Now, so think of how many pigs are bred yearly for those people, right? So you're talking tens of millions of pigs, right? Now, where are these pigs? When do you see them? When you're out on a walk, like surely, if you know it's as free range and as organic as the companies and stuff say it is, when you're out on a walk through the countryside, there'll just be pigs all around you, right? No, they're hidden away in these fucking concentration camps that no one can see. That's what the majority of pig farming in the UK looks like. It looks like that because if you think about mathematically, the number of people who eat pigs and the amount of pigs that are eaten here in the UK, it does not make sense. It makes no mathematical sense that you go out and you're not surrounded by pigs everywhere you walk.
Yeah, because I drive all over the country. And in my 20, 30 years of driving all over the country, I have seen pigsties once.
Once. Same. Yeah. Going through Norfolk. I looked out the window on the train as I was on the way to Norwich. So I was like, fucking hell, just some pigs. I've never even seen that before. I've never seen pigs outdoors in the UK. They're all in the concentration camps.
You've got some farms next to you, haven't you, Adam and Danny?
Yeah, we see pigs regularly around Worcestershire. They're everywhere.
Yeah, there's proper farms go around there.
Yeah, outside, yeah, there's quite a few.
I see pigs in the trucks on the highway. But I don't see where they are located at. Like I don't see any pigs roaming anywhere.
But here's the thing, no matter how many farmed animals you do see, even someone in your country who sees a lot of farmed animals, it's still not as many as it should be, given the number of people eating them and how many are bred, and given the idea that, no, these factory farms don't happen. No, they're all roaming around outside. It makes no mathematical sense.
Tulip Slaughterhouse near me, who Daniela and Adam have visited, 15,000 a week. 365 days a year, 15,000 a week. So times that by however many slaughterhouses there are in the UK.
Well, Tulip Slaughterhouse in Bristol kills 3,000 pigs a day.
That's exactly, so that's 15,000 a week. So that's 30,000 pigs per week, every week of the year. 30,000.
And
that's hiding them all. They're massive. Yeah, they're hiding them all.
Exactly.
And people think that the slaughter process must be humane, whatever the hell that means. But how many pigs must get murdered a minute in those slaughterhouses? There is no way that they can do that if stun those animals effectively per minute with that amount just going in like that. There's absolutely no way that they can avoid suffering.
How many vegans are there in the UK? If there's 30,000 pigs being killed a week just at 2 slaughterhouses, how many vegans are there in the UK? And I bet not even 30,000 of them are actually active for the animals. Yeah. So how the hell are we meant to win this fight? I want to point out what Vegan Potterhead said. Sorry, first of all, was like the first Meet the Victims was right next to a puppy mill, and the activists exposed the puppy mill, and the comments were, "These guys are heroes." The next week, a pig farm, and the comments were extremists.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Just a point on that slaughter score, George. So Tulip start the slaughter at 7 a.m. and they are finished for 2 p.m. Yeah. So what's that? 8 hours. So it's 8 hours. So they kill. Yeah. So 3 to 3,500 pigs in 8 hours. So you think of that throughput. It's a production line. It's constant. It's non-stop. It's non-stop for.
No wonder some of the workers wear diapers.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're forced to work to continue. Ugh.
Yep, absolutely. There's video footage of a worker actually urinating in the corner, and because he's not allowed to go to the bathroom.
That's another thing, because I so often hear the excuse of, but it gives people work. Why would you want to disadvantage the poor people who live in these, who live near the factory? These people get sick, they get traumatized, they get a form of PTSD that is extremely common in slaughterhouse workers. We're not doing these people any favors either. We are pushing them into a position where they are first of all forced to work a job that nobody wants and makes them sick. And second, to buy the absolute garbage products that result from those companies because that's what they can afford at this moment. Or that's what they think have been told is healthy. So we are screwing these people over massively as well. And I'm very much, it's about the animals. But I hear this so often, it just frustrates me to no end.
I just wanted to go back to that point about the number of vegans and the number of activists in the UK. Now, I don't know what it's both like for both of you in Canada and the Netherlands, Vegan Poet and Level Joy. But here in the UK, we always get these surveys that sensationalize it and overplay. And it's like, so-and-so % of the UK is vegan and blah, blah. And you see a lot of vegans celebrate this. And it's like, wow, amazing, we're taking over. But then you go to the march and you always see this, you always recognize people there. If there were that many vegans and that many activists in your country, surely it would take you ages. You'd be walking through the crowds at the marches until you see someone hey, how you doing there? 5 minutes later, hey, what a coincidence to see you here. But it's not like that. You get there and it's like, hey, Dave, how you doing? Hey, Adam, hey, Laura, how are you? Sort of thing.
George, I do get where you're going with that, and I do understand that. And I do think all vegans should be active, but it's again, we're back down to reality, and I'm happy people are vegan.
I'm not.
You're not. But I'm sorry, but some people just do that, and what we're trying to do is get as many people vegan as possible. That's the key. But whether they're active or not, to me, as long as they're vegan, I'm happy at the moment. We could do with them all being active, but in reality, we're not going to get everybody active. We're not.
But they don't have to do like they don't have to do a meet the victims. They don't have to do a cube of truth.
No, I
They don't
get
have
that.
to go on a march
I get that.
shouting with a megaphone.
Yeah, I
They
get
can
that.
they can share the what was the what you shared the other day, Daniela, with us.
About the book.
Yes,
in the
tell people about that.
supermarkets about there's this, I think it's Waitrose. We need
Marks
to do
and
it.
Spencers, I think.
That's it. Marks and Spencers. We'll do a thing about it soon. There's a new book coming out for the kids, telling the kids how, you know, your bacon got, you know that whole process thing, and that is
I bet
for
they
Marks
didn't
and
put the gas chambers
Spencers.
in there.
No, I bet they didn't.
No.
And it's teaching the generation of children where food, I mean, I don't see it as food, but you know, that's what these people see it as, and they're teaching these kids that it's okay. And like Jack knows, well, that's dead animals, that's not okay. And we need more of these kids to be told that's not food, it's dead animals. And that's the difference. I see a lot of like vegan parenting groups, and they're like, oh, my kid wants to eat meat. And I'm like, well, just tell them what it is. It's not meat. Meat's not a word we use. We don't use that. We use what it is. It is dead flesh. It's breast milk. It's, you know, I mean, we struggle with activism at the moment because obviously it's been really busy, but it's little things that we do behind the scenes where, you know, we're still involved, sharing things. You don't have to be out there doing the visuals. We can't do visuals or anything like that at the moment, but it's little things that can make a massive difference.
Exactly. And you've shared this petition, and that petition has got everywhere. And I've shared it on my Facebook. So non-vegans would have seen that, and they might have looked into it. You just don't know. So no, Grumpy, I'm sorry. I of course I want the whole world to be vegan, but being vegan is not enough. You can put a sticker
No,
up.
I agree with you. No, I agree with you. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I disagree with you. It's easy. It's easy to do. It's easy to be active somehow. I mean, you've got stickers you can just stick up. Yeah, of course it is. But what I'm saying is, in reality, you're not going to get everybody. We've got to be pragmatic and just accept that a percentage of the vegan population ain't going to be active. You know, and it does bother me, but we've got to face the facts. We've got to face the facts.
And it's also...
Don't get him started on that.
Yay! Have you put...
Joey's my friend.
Have you put Aaron's comment up with AAM on? Is it that animal activism mentoring?
Where's that?
It's 8:15 p.m.
I can't see the comments. What have you done to it?
The comments are over there.
Yeah, but...
Oh, that's great.
Oh, yeah, I've got them on my next live in September. So, yeah, they're an animal rights mentoring group to get people active within animal rights. And they do some amazing work. They'll be on my live stream in September. So, yeah, definitely.
But in turn, Rebecca, I think showing this kind of footage going inside will help these vegans that I'm talking about who aren't active. Maybe that will prompt them to go active. Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons.
I'm totally with you on that.
But that's what the reason. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I wanted to show this video is because it angers people, right? Yeah. Seeing animals like that. How many of you watching in the comments and people on the stream are you pissed off? I'm pissed off.
Yeah,
it makes me angry.
It's always there.
Absolutely.
Do you know my favourite thing that Earthling Ed ever said? Because he always, you always hear. You guys will have heard this as well. If you ever get pissed off with someone, people say, "Be more like Earthling Ed," right? And so Earthling Ed was on stage one day, and it was at the Camp Out 2017 Camp Out, and he was talking about how people always come up to him and say, "Ed, I want to be just like you. How are you not an angry vegan? I'm trying to avoid being an angry vegan." And he says, "No," I say back to them, "What are you talking about? I am an angry vegan. Why the fuck do you think I get up at 7 a.m. every day to go to a save on a rainy day? Why do you think I'm constantly doing this? Why do you think that every day of my life I'm speaking out for the oppressed? If I wasn't angry, I wouldn't be doing anything with this. We need to be angry, because if we're not angry, then we're not listening."
Yeah, agree.
Absolutely agree.
And what's I'm Easy Vegan, and I know he doesn't do much anymore, but go and check out his channel because it is really good. I really like it.
And the Vegan Switch as well, guys.
And Vegan Switch. If you want to help people go vegan, then the Vegan Switch. I'm going to start putting that in my description as well for people that want to change, even though my channel's not aimed at non-vegans. My channel's aimed at vegans to get them angry and get them out there, like I did with you, the vegan poet. So Trey taught me something.
Sure did.
Use your strength. A poet came to me and I told her to do poems and share them on social media. She wrote about what the animals go through. It's very powerful. Definitely. Poetry, music, it's extremely powerful. Extremely. You have to go with your strengths, whatever your strengths are. What's your talent? Then use that for the animals.
Do you know how easy it is to do activism right now from the comfort of your own home? Right on your everyone's smartphone has a screen record function. You can literally screen record a 15-second clip from Gary Yourofsky's speech and share it on TikTok, and that will be seen by thousands of people who have never even met you. Literally, just screen record something you like for 15 seconds and just share it on Reels or YouTube Shorts or TikTok, and boom, it's going to be seen by people you don't know. Activism.
It's already a bit of an act of defiance or mild activism to say, no, thank you. I'm against animal abuse. I don't want to have that meat, or I don't want to have that product. I don't want to have this or that because an animal has died for that. You can. For some people, it's hard to speak up. I know that very, very well. I'm a rather anxious person. I'm socially awkward as hell. So it can be quite a challenge.
You've pushed yourself out of your comfort zone, mate.
Yeah, but that takes effort. And if you're not capable of doing that effort at that moment, then that's understandable. But stick to your guns. Don't be afraid to stick to your guns and say, no, thank you. I'm a vegan. And that already gets the wheel turning. The whole point system. Maybe it adds a little point to the whole to that person. Sorry, my brain is a bit scrambled today.
That's okay. But I want to point out what the 40-year-old vegan said. I think the better question is how do we inspire the couch potato vegans to be active? Share my freaking videos. There's some
tell them to watch Veganville.
Tell them to watch Veganville.
BBC One.
Get angry.
I do want to make a quick point. Regarding anxiety and stuff like that about speaking out on social media, people can just make like an anonymous account just called like Vegan Guy 101 with just a picture of a leaf as their profile or something, completely faceless, nameless, and just share 15 seconds of Gary Yourofsky's speech, and you get nothing will ever be personally directed towards you. Like this is just such simple stuff that people can do now.
Yeah, and that's non-traceable as well. You cannot be traced. The people can't find out your real identity. So yeah, that's a really good idea.
And there was that woman, I keep bringing her up, but the young girl that I spoke to a couple of months ago, she saw a sticker on a lamppost. She went home, she did some research, she's found Joey and Earthling Ed, and she went vegan. So from a sticker, and when you're walking to the shop and you just put a sticker up on the way to the shop, done. Or wear a t-shirt. I walked into a supermarket on a Saturday morning before we went to the the animal sanctuary to help out, and I had my meat didn't beg for mercy on it t-shirt.
Love that tee.
Brilliant.
It wasn't a t-shirt. It was the bag actually. So I'm lying. The t-shirt I had on was
I got the hoodie.
I've got the hoodie, the t-shirt, and the bag. I love that one. It's my favourite.
It's such a powerful phrase, that, because I've seen kids when they've gone past me tugging on the mum's sleeve saying, what does that mean? My food doesn't scream. What does that mean? Yeah. Or my food doesn't beg for mercy. It's like, and they know what it means. They know exactly what it means because you can see the cogs ticking.
Yeah, and I think the t-shirt I had on was animals are here with us, not for us. And the amount of looks I got, and I could tell my husband was like, oh my God. But I'm just walking around with my bag and making sure it's on display and my t-shirt is on display. And that took no effort. No one talked to me, but you just don't know what that effect is going to have. So that's what couch potatoes to do. And also the one I shared recently was brilliant. A friend of ours, Gail, does when she's filling out forms online and it says any other information. She puts... Yeah, watch Dominion, or this is what happens to chickens.
Yeah, put it on your post and everything.
Put stickers on your letters. There's so many ways. It's not limited to storming farms and doing cubes of truth.
Have we got an actual troll in the comments here, or is this sarcastic? So. Is this a real
troll?
Robert Wadlow
Oh yeah.
I just want to say to that
And
Robert
I think all my
No.
moderators are on the stream.
I just want to
Makes
give a
someone else a
special
moderator.
shout out to
Yes!
him.
Go
This-
Pro team!
Robert, seriously, you've got no idea what you're talking about, mate. I did a 5K run on Saturday, and I'd love to see you catch up with me, mate, because I'm getting PBs and coming first for my age category. So you know what you can do with that.
Yeah, shove it up your
Why
ass.
are us vegans? Like,
Shove it up your ass. 54
I've
years
never
old
eaten
and I'm running
animals.
21k.
Yeah, I do half marathons and I've never eaten animals, so you know what
a
you can
friend
do
of mine
with
is
it.
83 and he's just finished 107 kilometers and he's
Exactly.
83 years old.
83, that's wild. That's
Incredible.
absolutely insane.
And we're either, I get told I'm too fat, Daniela gets told she's too skinny. So what is it? Like, make up
What
your
do you
mind
want?
what you want from her.
And I just
I
get
get-
on
I
my
get
ass,
told
and I'm
I'm-
healthy too. So
I get told I'm way too good looking to be a vegan as well.
Who
Well,
told
and
you that?
you've
Not
actually
everybody.
put weight on, haven't you?
Everyone.
Big.
He's
dad
got
bod
bigger
now.
from going vegan.
That's because you're not going
You
out
will
clubbing
it.
anymore.
You will
That's
it.
what that is.
Yeah, it's just choden now.
But like, just to get back on the previous topic for a second, for me it
Fine.
took one conversation with a non-vegan, completely unrelated to the movement whatsoever, about veal that got the ball rolling. You know, that got me to look up information. So it can be something that very small. You don't have to be, anger can mean a lot of different things, right? It makes me very angry to see these things, but I express anger in a very different way. And
That was a bit
yeah,
sarcastic.
so
I
just
thought.
clarify that you don't have to be the screaming vegan if that's not your style. Different things work for different people, and it can be something very, very small that gets the ball rolling with someone and that gets to make an impression. How
Okay,
do we
I-
screen record? That depends on the app that you're on.
I'm going to show my app that I've got.
He's done that.
Tom Bullard, you're going to do the Scafell Mountain Marathon.
Called X
in 2
Recorder.
weeks. You
Yeah.
ain't going to finish that. You're vegan. You've no
You,
chance.
Mo-
you could
yeah.
do it faster if you were
But-
vegan, mate.
Toby, most smartphones will have just a built-in screen record function. So, like on my Android, you just drag down the top bar, and screen record is just a thing. You just tap it and press record, and that's it.
You're not coming on Saturday, but next time we do an event together, can you show me how to do that on my Android? Because I don't have that.
It's actually
Yeah,
there,
do you know what I'll
screen
do,
record.
Rebecca? I'll screen record me doing it for you, and I'll send it to you after.
Get better. No, he doesn't have to. Robert doesn't have to delete his comment. That can stay up just fine. At least it's not my channel. Sorry, sorry, Pixie.
No, I'm not going to delete the trolls at all. I'm not going to delete them at all. Let them.
No.
I'm glad that they're here, and if they missed the first 15 minutes, should we put the video back up again so they can see what they're paying for?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind trolls at all, as long as they're not spamming the chat with just absolute bullshit. They can say what they want, because it's just nice to get that algorithm going, So sod them.
Can I just say as well, the trolls always come at us with, "Oh, you don't look very healthy." That's because they can't. There's nothing they can say about what they're paying for. It's
No,
like
and the thing
it's
is,
a
we don't know what
projection
they-
thing.
I
Yeah,
got all
and
my
they're
blood test
hiding their
results here
face.
as well. They're all perfect, if not better.
What's your cholesterol, Adam?
Hang on.
Oh, it was
I'll tell
good.
you.
It was good.
The trolls who mock people's appearance on social media, they never, like Rebecca just said, they never show their face. Their avatar is always just something completely
Yes,
different, and you just know they just look like a fucking Jeremy Kyle show guest or some shit like that. That's why.
No, it's that. What's that meme that? 1 minute, I'm gonna get it.
Or if they do show their face, it's like projection. It's like something that they're not quite happy about themselves. They just see in us. That's what I always
Yeah,
say.
like I've had the palest people call me pale. Like, what the fuck? And it's like, look in the mirror, bro.
I was at someone in the same conversation, both call me malnourished and comment on the size of my boobs. Like which is it, man? Just make a decision.
I'm just looking
It's,
for this blood.
I think it was like 2.3 or something.
I don't know.
I'm
was
sure
it?
it was. It was good cholesterol.
I mean, the
This
thing
This is on my
is,
blood
this
test
is-
video.
This is what they look like. That's what they look like.
Yeah.
Yes.
But like you will always
That
get
is
these kinds of
exactly that.
comments. I even on my blood test video where I kind of showed like, hey, I've been vegan for 1 year. Here's the evidence that for now I'm healthy. I'm good. A doctor has confirmed it. No, you have to get tested again. You gotta, really make sure. Oh, vegan gaze is in here. Name it at boobs. I said the conjuring words, didn't I?
Yeah, that was. It's like saying Roger Yates.
No!
In the chat. Oh, he's already in the chat. But say boobs and vegan gaze comes on. Vegan gaze, we missed it. We shared the film of the pig farm that you narrated and also I narrated as well.
Excellent narration, by the way, both of you. Really, really well done.
I still feel like I'm learning how to do that.
How did this? How did that happen, Rebecca? How did you get involved narrating the video for the Meet the Victims?
I just got asked. I literally just got asked.
It's because of her voice. It's because of her voice. That's what it is. People have heard of smooth tones, and it is. It is smooth tones, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. It was just a friend of. So Abby, her name is. And yeah, she just asked me. It's because I've got. I sound like her. That's what it is. I'm just doing that for vegan gays, so because she's not. So. But no, I don't know. They just asked me to do it, and I'm really flattered because I've done a couple of voiceovers for Aisha and Barsic. They do animations, and they've asked me to do voiceovers. I feel like I'm still learning, and I need to get it right. But yeah, I'm glad that it was okay.
Which cholesterol did you want to know, Grant?
The LDL, the main one.
2.6.
Oh, I wasn't far off. I said 2.8.
Yeah, optimal. So it's optimal. Yeah, this country, because we live in a sick population, the doctors tell you, get it under 5. You'll, get it under 5. It's not. It's nowhere near. It's got to be under 3 to be optimal.
You have gone quiet again. How's your mic positioned, Grumpy? What?
Nothing. It's here.
You're being rude.
Yeah, I'm being rude. I just visions flash into my head sometimes. Sorry.
You are not putting your tent next to us at Camp Out, I'm telling you that.
Oh yes I am.
Rebecca's glamping at the camp out, by the way, everyone. She's going in a camper van.
Not my
it looks
choice.
amazing.
Not my choice, can I just say? It's the husband. He doesn't want to go in a tent.
It's one of them hired ones that stretches out and things come out the side and the speedboat drops down and like they've got a Sky TV dish that goes around on the top and everything. Yes. It's yeah.
But for anyone else watching, I'm going to try and get the link for this actual video. I think it's on the Meet the Victims page, isn't it, George?
Wait,
page?
I had trouble finding it,
tonight.
Yeah, I had trouble finding it. I think it's MTV4, MTV UK 4.
Yeah, I shared it from a Facebook link earlier. I haven't seen it on YouTube yet.
Okay, could you grab the link and share it in the chat if you got it available?
Yes, I can. 1 sec.
And then anyone that's watching, if you can share this video, or if you've got Facebook, share it everywhere. I'm sure it's going to be on Instagram as well, so share it there. I'm also going to pop it up on my channel. I think I'm going to shuffle around this Thursday's video and put it on there as well, so it's up. So unfortunately, my Adventures of UK Vegan Family will have to be postponed for another week, and it was about 2 months ago that we met up.
Oh yes.
Robert
Robert
Woodlaw says, what do you guys think about eating shellfish? Well, personally, I think it's a shellfish thing to do, so don't do it.
I wanted to say that.
Awesome. That's good.
You don't need to eat fish.
Why would you want to eat shellfish?
Watch
You've got
Seaspiracy.
you've got a myriad of different, you've got thousands of different coloured fruits, vegetables, beans, legumes, potatoes, root vegetables. Why would you want to go and grab a shellfish that's filtering mercury and all other toxins through whether they're bivalves, they've got no brain or no central nervous system or not? Why would you want to eat them anyway?
Yeah, Robert, maybe that's a handy thing for us to figure out. Sorry, I got mascara in my eye. What do you think you're gonna get from those shellfish that you couldn't get directly from plants? Because, like Dan just said, it's a filtering animal. So I'm kind of curious what you think that we can get from that.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, Rebecca, could you play the sort of little last section of my video where the farmer kicks off and let people see that? Do you think that would be
just going for more
worthwhile?
views, aren't you?
No, not at all, mate. Not at all. It can stay where it is. To be honest with you, I feel a bit sort of like the comment section has really sort of put me on the back foot. It's really sort of spooked me. It has. I don't
Why
know
has it
how
spooked you? Don't be worried about comments.
It's easier said than done, isn't it? But when you've got like this big sort of sudden, it just happens suddenly, and all these negative comments coming at you, it does freak you out a little bit. Honestly,
welcome to my world.
Yes, George. Exactly, man. I don't know how you deal with it, brother. Honestly, I do not know how you deal with it.
Okay, so from here, isn't it? Can everyone hear that, by the way?
Yeah, I think it's coming through. I think you need to go back a little bit more to where he comes in the shed. I'll mute myself.
Yeah, 195 thumbs down, Dan.
So he's just pushed into the floor there. Assault. See, the thing is, trespass. They were saying they would go in, they all started moving out, so he had no reason to use. You can use reasonable force when somebody's on your property and you ask them to leave and they don't leave. You can use reasonable force, right? They were moving, they were walking out, so he had no excuse. He's assaulted someone there.
Are you okay?
I think what's happened there is his friend or a family member's pulled him out to try and calm him down, to stop him doing something stupid, like assault people.
Sorry, just going to pause it a second. Robert, the farmer's yelling. It's the farmer that is yelling. Because he's ashamed, because he's got something to hide, because he's doing something wrong. He's abusing animals.
Yeah, he feels driven in a corner, I'd imagine.
I hope the video.
Something green farm in Wakefield.
So at this moment in time, the guys are trying to phone the police, get the police over. But obviously, a lot of them are young people. They've not seen violence like this before. Someone being so violent and basically snapping, so they're really scared. The memories left them. They can't remember what the farm is called. A lot of panic ensued. We're going, the same, we're going. No idea what happened there. So this is outside, so not only has he got him off his property, he's followed them out onto the road now. Now they're off his property, he has no jurisdiction, you can't push them and move them or anything, right? There's nothing he can do right now. So what he should have done was go back in, but that's what happened. So, as you can see, this is a young guy, young male. There's another male there in the foreground, and I don't think they have many guys with them. Now, why am I bringing this up? You may ask. Well, when you get people attacking, when you get people in situations like this who are getting irate, getting violent, they tend not to go for females, and they look for any male to hit rather than females. So it should be a good idea to get quite a few males there as well. Not to form a gang or anything like that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying when you've got a lone young male there, he's the prime victim when somebody's kicking off, because this farmer is just a shitty bully. So he's going to look for the easy victim. He won't punch a woman because he knows he's in big trouble there, but he will punch a young lad, and he thinks that's justifiable. So yeah, in future events, maybe Meet the Victims should consider trying to get at least 5 or 6 males to come along if possible, just to help along with that. So let's carry on. Get that camera off him. Wonder why. Yeah, because it's got evidence on it now. So, wow. How does that make you feel, Rebecca? Controversial. So we've got 2 things happening there. We've got Meet the Victim.
Sorry, what did you say, Grumpy?
I said, how does that make you feel? To me, it makes me angry. It makes me really angry. What a bully.
It makes me angry, but what makes me more angry is the way he's treating the pigs, to be honest, because humans can defend themselves, and you saw there he was well outnumbered by the activists. Yes, I mean, I agree with what Laura said earlier. Imagine if it had been 100 activists at that event. These events I would love to go to, but I can't. And I'm not going to go into it on my YouTube channel, but I can't attend and Meet the Victims event. I respect them 100%, and I wish I could be there. I know people have done it. And I think it's really important because you can live stream that on your own Facebook channel, and your friends that are non-vegan will see your reaction and see you there, and they cannot deny it when it's someone they know. They cannot deny it. The same as at a vigil. When you do a live stream at a vigil, your friends and family cannot deny the emotion that you're feeling and what is happening in front of their eyes, because it's someone they know. So I think Meet the Victims and stuff like that is extremely useful. Extremely. But it doesn't make me as angry as the way he's treating the animals.
I was a bit worried about saying about the males being there. Now, would the ideal situation be an all female? But what do you all think about my comment there saying because there was only a couple of males there, it made them a target of anger? What does everyone think?
You're right. A man's going to attack a bloke. If a male is going to attack a man more than he attacks a female, depends on the female. Vegan Poet, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, in Canada, I don't know where it's like anywhere else, but these farmers out here are violent. They ran me and my partner pretty much off the road. They don't care if you're a woman. They'll get out and they'll punch you in the face. They don't give a shit. They'd kill you and throw you in the corner. So we have to make sure that we tell people where we're going. So yeah, I think that it could be just where situational, right? But I do agree that having a man with you might help. We have someone on our cube that is he's like a judo expert or karate or something. I always hide behind him when something happens, so it's always good to have a man that knows how to fight.
And not the women can't fight. There are some bloody strong women out there.
Check me, I'll take that too.
But I think what you meant by that, Grumpy, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that he is going to go for the man rather than the woman. If there's a man there, they'll go for the man. But some of them don't give a shit, and they'll go.
I mean, I must admit, if you watch that video, the tiniest girl jumps right in front of him, and she gets in there. And to be honest with you, but it's just like he's got no choice but to. If there's a guy there, he feels more threatened. It's sort of it presses on his masculinity. So if he sees another guy there, he thinks, "Oh, I can knock him out." If he saw someone like his own size there, he wouldn't have gone for him, would he?
No, because the
he's
guy
a
that he
bully.
went for was actually quite small.
Smaller than him, exactly. So it's an easy target. It's a male, so I can get away with snotting him in the nose. You know, I can get away with this shit. God, bloody microphone. Yeah, so he thinks it's more justifiable to hit a male than a female, and it's a weird sort of thinking process, because as though like the police will treat you any different if you hit a woman as opposed to hitting a man. There would be no different. It's assault, full stop. So,
well, do you know what? I think the police will treat it differently. I think they will, if that goes to court. I think his lawyers will quite convincingly argue that he felt threatened and it was on his property, and it was just in the anger and the heat of the moment, and you know, he didn't get full contact on the guy. There was no injuries, kind of thing. He wasn't hospitalized. This was just a normal reaction. Any good person running a legal business, which is what he's doing, would how they would react, and I think he would probably get away with it. Whereas I think if he did hit one of the female activists, I think it would be taken more seriously by the police. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong, but you know.
And I honestly think, like, I have been trained on dealing with aggression as part of my as part of my education, and you can tell there's part frustration, aggression in there, absolutely. But I do think that in the way how he approaches everyone, how he threatens them with an iron rod but doesn't beat them with it, how he goes for the young male, I think that there's a lot of instrumental aggression there as well, which is, I think, a consequence of oh god, sorry, this is hard to say, but how that can be a consequence of his the everyday violence that he gets to deal with, and his idea that he's kind of in a bubble, that he needs to defend himself against these evil activists because they're going to portray him as evil, which he doesn't want as an individual. You know, so this is a bit of an off-the-cuff analysis, so take it with a grain of salt. But
I've got a thought on that as well. Is if he'd have not done anything and he'd have walked in and said, "Right, people, you've done what you need to do. Get out." They would have walked out peacefully, and that would have been over. Now, his video of him kicking off and drama gets likes, drama gets views. His outburst now is all over the internet. It's all over the internet. And more people are going to see this behaviour than wouldn't if he'd have just let them walk out and say, "Film, off you go, see you later." But no.
Yeah.
So he's created a spectacle that is going to help our cause 100%.
But at that time as well, when you hit that guy, they weren't even on his property anymore, so he shouldn't have. I don't think feeling threatened would have stood up in court.
No,
because he could have just literally turned around and walked back into his farm.
They're back on a residential street at that point, aren't they? So what the hell is he doing? Like, still following them?
So he would have had no jurisdiction there. He wouldn't have even been able to. Because even when you use reasonable force, once you've crossed the border into public property, you are no longer defending your property.
I mean, if you think
it doesn't stand up.
Even then, if you think about it, there are stories out there of people that have broken into houses, being attacked by the homeowners, and they've sued the homeowners for their injuries.
Yeah,
and they've
exactly,
won.
because it's not reasonable force. You can't, you know, there's a level of force, you know. It's just one of them things.
The thing is that the system supports farmers though.
Yes.
So it's still, even though Adam, you do make a point. Surely he would have no legal ground to stand on technically in court. I reckon just a corrupt kind of legal system could see him get away with that just because he's a farmer and we're the evil ones, kind of thing.
Oh, please go and subscribe to Debug Your Brain if you haven't already. This guy's content is off the chart. Like, it's really high quality. He's a great animal rights activist and YouTuber. And also, if you're in his area, I can't remember what area of America he is, but he doesn't know. Oh my God, my cat's playing with the internet cable. Ziggle, no. So he's just going to pull the whole laptop off. yeah, just go over and check him out, and maybe reach out to him if you're in the States. Reach out about activism.
Yeah, he is cool. He's cool. As you can see, my family's slowly filtering in now, so I have to love you and leave you. But I'd just like to just say one thing, totally off topic, and to Robert Wadlow, who's going on about nutrition, mate. I get 140 grams of protein per day with no problems. I'm putting weight on. I'm building muscle. I haven't got no problems with my health. I've not been ill in 5 years, right? Go vegan. It's easy. Just do it.
All of the things that you just mentioned, Robert. If you think you can get it from a cow or from if you can get it from a cow or from a sheep, where does the sheep or the cow get it from? They all get it from plants, don't they? And if you really, one thing that I understand the concern of is B12, because we all supplement B12, but that is something that everybody should be doing anyway, vegan or not. Because if you eat meat, you still take a supplement. You just take the supplement through an animal, because all of those animals are being supplemented, because we don't make B12. Animals don't make B12. It comes from bacteria in the ground, and we used to get it through water, but we've
I'm gonna go over. I want to go over all of those points, but first of all, I want to say thank you to Grumpy for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
If you're not subscribed to Grumpy's channel, which I'm sure everyone is, because I think I've got all of my subscribers from Grumpy's channel, can you go and subscribe to his channel anyway and give him a thumbs up and share some love on his latest video as well? There's a lot of absolute morons comment on that
so
video.
couch potatoes. I doubt there's any couch potatoes in there, but couch potatoes, just go on my thingy, go and hit them farmers, just call them princess. They don't like being called princess apparently, so please call all the farmers princess when you talk to them, and see if you can get them reacting even more, and that video will go even more into the internet and be everywhere. Thank you. Thank you everybody for watching.
Sounds good. Nice to meet you.
So, you've covered B12, totally.
Can I just mention about B12 as well? Just on a sort of, it's not the vegans that generally get the injections later life. I see a lot of that. It's the non-vegans needing the B12 injections. So, yeah, everyone needs B12 supplements.
Okay, my iron in my blood tests was 160, which is well in the limit.
I can second that. My blood test B12 was fine too. After 1 year of being vegan.
And mine's fine after never eating animals. All mine were fine. So
Daniela's never eaten animals her whole life. And I think a lot of people think it's always the B12. It's like, and they never know where B12 originates from, ever.
My hemoglobin.
And even if you had to supplement all these things, surely it's better than taking the life of an innocent being when you can get them elsewhere.
That's it there, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So these amino acids that he's mentioning there, most of those, possibly all of those, if I'm not mistaken, are not dietary amino acids, which means those are the amino acids produced in perfect amounts by our bodies already. So these are not nutrients of concern, and plants contain a full dietary amino acid profile, meaning the amino acids we do need to eat because our bodies don't produce them, they're all produced by plants. Plants are what synthesize protein in the first place. So protein has never, ever been a vegan issue. There's never been a single recorded case of a vegan hospitalized with protein deficiency or anything like that in history. The phenomenon doesn't exist. So, yeah, the protein argument is a joke.
We don't need taurine, do we? Am I mistaken?
No, your body produces it in perfect amount. It's not taurine. Your body just produces it. You don't need to eat it.
So yeah, I think Robert, you need to maybe break down some this. Especially you said earlier you've watched What the Health, you've watched Game Changers, and you think you've watched Dominion. What is your justification after watching all of those films and getting all that information?
Maybe Robert.
Justification?
Robert is that farmer from the farm in the video.
No, but Robert,
awesome.
All of those things are legitimate questions, and it's definitely worth looking into. Our point is we don't need to eat another mammal specifically to get that. Because the mammal gets it as well. So definitely look into it. Those are all legitimate questions. I had to look it up too. Just take that time.
But like Tom said, my cats have been plant-based for a year in August.
Yeah, with cat food, it's also
Bloody
funny because
brilliant.
all of the taurine in regular cat food has been added later,
Yeah.
just like with plant-based cat food, because all of the taurine is boiled out of the crappy meats that they put into cat food.
Yeah, commercial cat food, tinned cat food is just the absolute crap bits from animals they would never naturally hunt anyway, like tunas.
No.
Cats can't swim in the ocean, and cows. A cat cannot take down a cow. It's not their natural diet to feed them some jellied crap in a tin from some animals they would never ever be able to hunt.
I'd love to see my cats take down the turkey at Pear Tree Farm. They'd have no chance in
Cedric,
having
mate.
aggressive.
Yeah,
any other points on the footage from earlier as well?
Going back to those
yeah.
pigs, like the ones in the farrowing crates, as a mum who had a really difficult time with my pregnancy, I can't imagine what they go through all the time. It's just
how many times did they say they would put in? She was impregnated in a year.
Was it
in 15 months.
It was 42 piglets over the course of, was it 5 times?
Months.
That's 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days, wasn't it? So 5 times 5.
All of that.
That's rubbish.
There's so many mums out there in the world. They should be. I just can't understand. They should be able to relate. It's disgusting, isn't it?
I also thought it was very powerful that they, I don't know if this was mentioned before, probably, but how the film gave a couple of the animals names, because it really very clearly gives a shred of that personhood that we deny every single one of those animals. And I think that was a very powerful aspect of this film.
It's awful, but the thing is 15 minutes as well. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to watch that, it's too long. 15 minutes, they get an awful lot in for that short period of time, don't
And
they?
that sow was impregnated at 5 months old, wasn't it?
Yeah, she was still a baby, wasn't she?
Still a baby.
I mean, the piglets at Pear Tree, they're coming up to, I think, like 4 or 5 months old. In a couple more months, they'll be going to slaughter, and they're tiny still. I mean, they're a lot bigger, George. You'd be shocked at how much they've grown since we were last there.
Yeah.
But I think they were born in like April or May, so they're not that old. In a couple more months, and they'll be off to slaughter.
They would be off to slaughter, you mean, if...
Yeah.
If they weren't.
If they weren't like at Pear Tree.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Vegan Poet, do you have any bits that stuck out about that film?
I was amazed at how many times they impregnated her, and the child involved in the actual act. That was, I can't get over seeing that, and with a little smile on her face and everything. Look what I'm doing, mommy.
Yeah, that was a bit of a shock.
Yeah, because she doesn't know any better.
No, she thinks that actually normalizing it now, right?
I'd like to know how they explained it to her. You're going to help this pig make baby piglets. How are they?
That's probably what they said.
Did they say it contains semen of a pig? That she was like, what did they
explain the whole process? Like, if you're going to do it, explain the beginning to end. Take her to the slaughterhouse as well.
And would they sit her down and let her masturbate the bloody male pig as well? Would they let her manipulate the pig's bollocks like that guy was doing? I'll probably get this. If I ever get me monetized, this video is not going to be monetized. There's been so much swearing in it. I might have to download it and edit it and upload it again. Cut out all the swearing.
I mean,
that's going to be wonder.
2 o'clock there, Rebecca.
Okay, no problem. Thanks for coming, though.
Yes. Nice to meet everybody.
And go and
you
subscribe to Vegan Poet. If you haven't subscribed, please go and subscribe to her channel, because it will lift you up, especially after watching this horrific video earlier on.
Maybe you can leave a link in the chat to your channel.
I've linked it. I'll do it again. I'm going to put it in the description as well. After this is finished, I will do it now.
Oh yeah, put everyone's channel in the chat description. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Or we'll all sub each other.
In fact, Absolutely. I'll do that as we're talking. I will go to my YouTube studio in the background, and you can all carry on talking, and I'll do it there.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Hopefully.
Take care of yourself.
Well, thanks for coming.
Bye.
Thanks so much. Nice to meet you.
See you later.
Actually, for UK Vegan Family, maybe you know more about this, but I was actually wondering about that little book that you mentioned. Peace with Reese actually tagged me in a little excerpt of that book. You know the one I'm talking about, right? The one with that's aimed at kids for like £5. You know the one I'm talking about, right?
The one I mentioned earlier about the M&S thing.
Yeah, that one.
Farming.
It really makes me wonder if, I
Oh, she's gone.
mean anything legally speaking.
We missed a bit of that.
You cut out.
My internet's cutting out. Sorry about that. Basically, what I'm asking is, are there any laws regarding advertising this kind of stuff to children? Because it's aimed at children and it's made by a company to sell a product.
Not that I'm aware of.
No, not that I'm aware of. I mean, obviously, I haven't seen the book. I've only seen the thing that was being shared. But I can imagine it's all very much like old MacDonald had a farm. This is how he does it. They're not going to say, what actually happens. It's down to us as parents to say, this is what happens to that animal before it becomes a piece of ham. And he will go to nursery and he will say, that's cow's breast milk. And all the other kids will be like, I'm not drinking that. And he'll tell them. It's down to us to tell the children when they're getting it like that in a book and it all looks nice and
the
that's
pigs
what
have
they
belly
see.
rubs every morning. And
it's all on the TV. Kids don't know.
Like legally fake terms such as 5-star treatment or stuff like that. That's not legally defined. That means nothing. And it's just so misleading. And it really makes me wonder if a booklet like that is actually, well, I imagine that they would legally hammer that down, but it's just weird to me.
It's like their whole thing at school and nursery. It's all about farm animals, different animals. They learn about animals. There's so much of it there, and you think, oh my God, these kids are surrounded by learning about all the nice things on farms when we all know it's absolute bull. It's awful.
Yeah. Still, what
propaganda from the school system and everything pushed on us from day one.
Is I think 5 days a week they have to have cow's breast milk. 3 days a week they have to have animal flesh. From what we've learned,
that's law.
That's the law, actually. And interestingly, at some point soon, I can't say when, we've got a dad coming on that had to fight to have his daughter allowed to have soya milk in the school. The school were like, absolutely no way can you bring that in. He's had quite a fight on his hands. I think he took it to the Vegan Society and they supported him in that. And obviously, it got resolved. But there's a lot of people out there who really struggle with the schools. So a lot needs to be done.
Yeah, I think I heard about that. That was so weird. Like how you literally need a doctor's note in order to be able to say, hey, I don't want milk. I don't want cow milk.
Doctor's note. It's fucking crazy, yeah.
At least that's something. I believe that was American, by the way, not in the UK. But that's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, the amount of financial ties and stuff that must be involved there. I mean, convincing children from that age that, and even into adulthood, we're still convinced that we need to drink the lactation of another species in order to be healthy. The growth formula for another species. Think how crazy that is.
It is crazy.
It's advertised on M&S as
he's found it.
This summer's must-read children's book. Farm to Food Hall. The magic ingredient is our beautifully illustrated new book. I'm not going to go on because it is just fucking shit.
That's so
here you go. You can get 10% off. Buy now. I can't wait. I'm going to go into M&S. I'm just going to go and flush them all down the toilet.
Do you know what we should do? Is go to M&S and put some stickers inside.
Oh, did I say that wrong? Yeah.
You should go to M&S and put stickers inside the books. That's what we should do.
Oh, no,
and when they get home, it'll be like, Mummy, why does it say that cow's milk is for baby calves and the
exactly. I didn't know that.
Oh, it even comes with a load of delicious recipes inside of it.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Well, we've got some exciting news. We may as well tell you all. Well, people here who know us. Vegan camp out in a few weeks. It's soon going to be common knowledge that we've actually been asked to do a talk in the family area. So yeah, really exciting. Also really, really scared.
It's going to be really boring.
It's not gonna be boring.
Yeah. So 4 o'clock on the Saturday, that's when we are on, apparently. Yeah. So
when?
4 o'clock on the Saturday. Oh, we didn't know.
To me.
So your talk is in the family area. It's not in like one of the little hut things kind of things.
It's in the family area. Yeah.
Cool.
The family area, like a little family tent.
Yeah, well, that's where we'll be. We'll be having all the fun and the kids' disco over there and loads of stuff going on.
Have you been to camp out before? You have, right?
Yeah, we did 2019, our first one when we'd gone vegan. It was amazing, wasn't it?
It was really good.
But
at the time we were like,
we knew no one.
Newbies,
we had no friends.
Like noobs to the scene, and we were like checking it all out.
I just love how much it's evolved from the first ever one, which was 2016. 2016. We had a camp out photo, a group photo at the end. That's how small it was. Yeah, it was just like a few, like 100 vegans, maybe like 200 vegans or so, maybe even less than that, having a piss up in a field. There was just one food stall and then just like a little DJ tent kind of thing, and that was it.
No way.
It was and that was the first one, 2016. And then on the final day, everyone just huddled into one photo and had a picture. It was crazy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then it just boom, it just took off. It's been a fantastic idea from Jordan, and really pleased to see how much it's grown.
It could be the biggest indoor event. What was it? The biggest indoor event ever? I believe they're going to break a record this year.
Outdoor, though.
Oh, I think you're thinking of the specific rock music thing. It could be like... Yeah, because the rock gig or whatever's happening is going to be in the indoor bit, in one of the it's like in an air hangar kind of looking thing.
Is that the bit by the skate park, or are they switching it round this year?
Yeah, I think it's that big old music. The big one where the main music act plays is, I think, by the little skate park thing. I think, from what I can recall, and I think it's a record to do with that. But yeah, as an event, it's an outdoor camping event, just with little buildings dotted around the venue kind of thing.
But anyone that isn't lucky enough to go to Vegan Camp Out and wants to see the UK Vegan Families speech, I'm going to record it for them, so it'll be able to be put up on their channel. So,
thank you.
Yeah,
it's going to be scary. We've got
so exciting though.
We already know where we're going.
Yeah, we know what we're going to do, but we just need to put a few things on a few slides just to make it look official.
We'll probably have no one there. It'll just be you recording.
Shut up! You'll have loads of people there. I'm going to push it anyway.
Oh no!
Push it all over social media.
I think we get the leaflet this week.
I'm going to put it all on the Vegan Camp Out page and everything.
Pixie's going to hurt everyone from from other events. Like, come on, talk happening.
Come on, quick! Do you want kids? Come and watch these guys.
God.
It'd be good.
Yeah.
No pressure.
I wish I could see it, absolutely. But due to a certain zoonotic disease, I cannot. But no, I'm definitely going to be cheering for you on the virtual sidelines where possible.
I just really hope it's not going to be like what's the word to describe it? Like a sanitized version of Camp Out.
I don't know. I hope
it's just going to be kind of...
It's going to be... It's whatever it is. You can't deny when you go there, it's that feeling everybody is... I can't explain it.
People are ultimately going to make their own choices regarding that when they go. I mean, when when the big acts are in the room and when there's the music tents and stuff, people are, if people are comfortable enough to do so, everyone is just going to be crammed in there together. So only people who are comfortable enough to do so will be in there. But I think walking around and just queuing for the food stalls and stuff, I think people will be like, who's like uncomfortable about it and who's comfortable with it. Choose who you want to hug and who you want to elbow bump, depending on the stuff. So I think it's going to be one of those
I
things.
got a present from my husband today, and it's just a little bracelet, and it says, "I'm still being cautious." And there was there was a green one and a red one and a yellow one, and I think the green one was like, I'm happy to shake hands, and the red one was, I'm still social distancing, but I'm just still being cautious.
I think it's like the whole environment of the place, like knowing all these people, you know, are probably vegan, or they're going to go vegan that weekend, and you've got no animal products. You know, I don't care about anything else. It's that environment where you just feel you can be you without any grief.
Yeah, you don't have to ask. Like,
it's a great feeling.
Yeah, I hate that.
When it ends, it's horrible, isn't it? Going back to the carnage world, and it's
horrible. Like that's what we were like. Oh my god, we've got to go back.
Like a little
it's been like a
snippet
vegan
of
paradise.
Like a little snippet of what our future could be if more vegans got off their ass and did some activism.
Do you know what?
Brilliant.
I reckon with the numbers this year, I reckon a good maybe half of the people there won't actually be vegan. I reckon it's going to be a lot of vegan curious people, or a lot of vegans taking non-vegan family members and stuff. So I reckon it's probably going to be like a half-half split this year.
Well, I went with a non-vegan in 2019, and they went vegan after vegan camp out. So
see,
amazing.
I think more people do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come and try the food. It's amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah, food,
and then watch some
talks
activism.
Yeah. And what's great about it is because one of the key reasons people don't go vegan is because they don't like to not feel normal. And when they're surrounded by people and food stalls and talks, and everyone just sees how, even though we are a bunch of weirdos, but when it creates the illusion that everyone is normal around you, you're more likely to go vegan.
And I think the UK has got a lot of, like, whenever I see a video of someone doing like a vegan shopping haul in the UK, I see all of these amazing products, like vegan chicken legs. And, we don't have that here. I envy you guys so much.
It's so easy in the UK. I mean, firstly, even if we didn't have all those replacement products, it's easy enough anyway, because most of the supermarket is fruits, vegetables, beans, grains. So, but yeah, when it comes to the mock meats and the cheeses and the plant-based milks, the UK is just on point. Like, you can't go into a major supermarket here without seeing a whole range of those vegan like substitute products. They're just everywhere.
I'm just super excited. It's going to be so hard not to hug everyone. So hard.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I think you just got to do it.
George will tell you I'm a hugger, and I like every Cuba Troop event we had. I'm like, I hug everybody.
Yeah. Because even though you're being way more cautious about this than me, I remember at the time when I hadn't seen you in ages, you were like, George, let's have a hug, come on. And I was like, no, do you know what, Rebecca? Let's just elbow bump, because I don't want to.
Yeah. It's hard, and I that was when it started lifting, wasn't it? And
yes.
I just struggle. I don't think we'd been in lockdown yet. I think it was just starting up, wasn't it? We were just getting numbers over here. But my instinct is to hug people. Michael, yes, stop talking about group hugs, Michael.
And I'm glad to hear you say that for one of the talks. You said you're just gonna. It was Cosmic Skeptics, wasn't it?
I have to see him.
You're just gonna be in there, yeah. I mean, that room is going to be crowded, right? But if you got to do it, you got to do what you got to do, right?
I've got to sit. I'll wear my mask. I've got a chair. I'll just, hopefully people won't sit too close to me. And I think Dan's
I hope somebody
worse.
records it. I hope that's allowed.
There will be people recording. In 2019, someone recorded every single one and put them on YouTube and Facebook.
Wow.
So they were, all of the talks were recorded from the main hall.
Because I want to see Connor's talk, and I want to see your talk, UK Vegan Family. I want to see your talk.
It's going to be
I'm
boring.
recording that. I'm recording it. Not going to be boring. Stop putting yourself down. Nothing that Adam does is boring, to be fair.
Oh, you don't live with him. No, I'm jokes. Payback. It's very eventful in here with him, with his humour.
I'd love to see the event expand to other countries as well, and then once travel can become simple again, if that ever happens, because seemingly nothing is just going back to normal at this rate. It would be great to venture out to other countries as well, to go to the campouts there and connect with more people, because it's just amazing, just all the people you know from online and stuff, just seeing them in one space for that whole weekend. And to be able to do that in the US or Australia or Canada would just be incredible.
I'm
There's
just
all
going to
these
be.
people that go, "Oh, you're so lucky to have camp out," and I'm really jealous. It's like, so set something up.
Yeah, damn right.
True.
We'll be there.
I'm gonna be so disoriented. I'm gonna be like some sort of caveman that emerges from their lair for the first time in Eras and sees another human for the first time. 'Cause this is gonna be the first time I'm gonna see another vegan in real life. I have not met a single vegan in real life yet. As far as I know.
Wow.
Really?
Everybody is. I know one Dutch person who is vegan, and I've only known them online. So
What?
There's no
and one other
activism
person who
near
is vegan, but sorry.
Is there any activism near you at all?
There is. By the way, there's some cubes nearby that I plan on attending once I'm fully vaccinated and that's safe again. But those are the only people, and I've never met them. I don't really know them.
Well, they'll become your friends. Yeah, they'll become your friends like that. Like, it's going to any vegan activism event and meeting with like-minded people. You'll meet people who you'll be hanging around with outside of activism spaces if you want to as well. So yeah, go to a cube or whatever, or set up a We the Free chapter.
Yeah, stop. Yeah, set up a We the Free chapter.
You could do that.
But yeah, once you meet one vegan,
you'll meet them all.
That's it. Your family just gets big. I mean, look at the YouTube family that we've got now, Level Joy.
Exactly. Yeah, I never expected that, because even I used to be really involved in the gaming community, and I got some friends there left and right, but it was never like this, that everyone wanted everybody else to succeed in such a genuine way, like in a way that we actually want to invest in each other. And I think that's awesome. I never would have expected that I would ever be part of something like this.
I would
Whereabouts?
Oh, so go on, George.
I was just going to say, whereabouts in the Netherlands are you based, Level Joy?
I am in. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can say that online, but I'm somewhat central.
Yeah,
like
near
slightly
Amsterdam.
north. Somewhat near Amsterdam.
Yeah, because what I know about the Netherlands, I think Amsterdam has a pretty good vegan scene. I've been to Amsterdam, and wow, vegan junk food bar. There's like 3 of them there. They are incredible, aren't they?
That's awesome. I haven't been there yet.
The restaurants there are amazing. Like, we went to this fantastic one that was like, it's seated. It was only a certain amount of people, and you had to have a certain time slot, and everyone was on the same table. Everything was vegan, and it was I can't remember if it was Japanese or it was Japanese. It was noodles, and there was like set menus, and you could choose. Oh my god, it was so good, and it was all fresh and made there. We had some amazing food in Amsterdam. It was fantastic.
That sounds awesome.
Great vegan food scene.
I used to be a student in Amsterdam, but back then I wasn't vegan, so I never really looked into it. And now I am vegan, and I live somewhat. Yeah, I live still quite a bit of a distance from Amsterdam. But if there's a good restaurant there, I'm gonna go. 100%.
There are so many good restaurants there. You will be like, just check out Happy Cow. You'll be shocked.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, it is really good. I just want to say some congratulations to people watching, because where's it gone now? I'm going to miss it.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Joy's frozen again. She's staring contest.
So I just want to say happy big anniversary. You've got a week until your anniversary. Being vegan. That's awesome. And Bo is a month from 2.5 years. So happy big anniversary to you soon as well. I've got my 4 years in August, so
we're about 2.5 years now, aren't we?
Congratulations.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm
it's
March
anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, Paul, you are so late. You are so late.
Yeah, dear.
He's an amazing runner.
Almost. Yeah, Paul's an amazing runner.
Amazing guy.
Yeah. So if anyone doesn't know, Paul recently did a coast to coast walk. I'm going to get it up on my Facebook page. And yeah, Paul's amazing. Paul, do you want to come onto the stream if I send you a message with the StreamYard link? You can tell us about your recent run.
Oh, Jose is here too. Hi, Jose.
I'm going to send him a message and see if he'll come on.
To go in a minute as well.
That's all right. It's getting late, isn't it?
I want some time child-free and social media free before I go to bed.
Don't blame
Just
me.
so I can go, woo!
But yeah, for anybody hopping in right now, it's definitely a stream worth looking back, because we've saw some pretty intense footage, but it was very educational and it was very well put together. And maybe if you're an activist, you can use it as a tool, because I think it was a very powerful piece.
Yeah. Please share the video. That it's in the description as well on my YouTube. On this video, I've added it in there along with everyone else's YouTube channels. He said he'll try. Paul's gonna try and come on. I've sent you the link in Facebook Messenger, and then maybe he can come on. Use headphones though, Paul. If you've got headphones, super important. And yeah, Paul can talk about that. But yeah, the pig video at the bottom, at the start of this film, this YouTube stream, it's really important that we share that out everywhere. And earlier on, George sent me the Facebook link, which I'll put as well in the description, and share it all over your Facebook pages. We need as many non-vegans as possible to see this.
Silence.
Silence. Sorry. Anyone else can talk. I don't know if Paul's going to manage to get on, but let's see if he does. But any other thoughts on that footage earlier, or anything you want to say to people that are vegan and watching it and still not active after watching those pigs?
Just share it. God damn it.
Yeah.
That's activism.
Even if that's all you can do.
Video.
Yeah,
sharing that video is activism.
Do something with the feeling that watching that video gives you. And that can be a lot of different things. It can be attending a cube. It can be, something big like that. But it can also be something very, very small, like we discussed. It can be a sticker. It can be a post on social media. It can be you being straightforward with people who try to offer you animal products. I understand very well that anxiety can play a huge role in that. But try and find something to do with that feeling that video gives you. It makes you feel good. I promise you that.
There's nothing normal, ethical, whatever label you want to give it about that sort of the treatment of animals, especially within that farm. That pig, I don't know. I don't even know what to call it. It's just a
mess.
It is just a fucking mess.
Concentration camp is the word. Is what that place is.
Definitely.
Was it north? In the north? I don't know whereabouts it was.
Wakefield.
Wakefield,
right?
Concentration camp in the middle of Wakefield. Do you know off any chance? Was it Red Tractor approved at all?
Probably.
I don't know actually. I was hoping that the person that made it would come on, but she's just sent me a message going, "Oh, sorry, completely forgot. Hope it went well." But I'm not sure if it's Red Tractor approved. But I do know they got Alice the vet to watch over it to make sure that it was all okay.
Is there anywhere that they can send that people can send questions? Like, does she have a social media or somewhere?
Yeah, she does. So if you check out Animal Anatomy, Autonomy.
I don't even understand how people can think, impregnating a pig every 5 months. How can they go to sleep at night?
I know.
Brainwashed them from day one.
Shocked me.
Bo has an interesting question there.
So yeah, that's her Instagram. I'll pop it in the chat and I'll pop it in the description as well.
Bo is asking about activism. Is there a Discord for YouTube content creators to share tips or ask questions? We have the VCC, right? I don't know if that's still open.
So I would then advise that you contact Slightly Crazy Vegan and see if you can join her. So what's this? A QR code.
Thanks for the year-old vegan. He's going to share the VCC link and then see maybe that's something for you.
Paul, I've sent you the link through Facebook Messenger, mate. Have a look on Facebook Messenger. I can put it on here, but I'm just worried that everyone will start like, don't stream. And we've been on for 2 hours, which is a long time. So I know UK Vegan Family want to have some downtime, which I completely get.
No,
But
mummy,
a lot going
daddy,
on.
mummy, daddy.
No,
We
mummy, daddy, and
are in the process of doing a video as well, so it's been a
It's
bit
just taken 2 weeks.
It's
isn't it?
just we did like this whole holiday vlog, and it's like when I put all the videos together, it turned out to be like a week long. So it was just like I've got to sit down and go through all this.
Yeah,
We've got rid of a lot of stuff because we just didn't think it was relevant. It's just taken ages.
yeah. Just busy at the minute, isn't it?
Yeah.
it takes a while. I've got a new strategy for editing videos now. So when Dan's cooking dinner, I just spend that hour and a half or however long it takes him to cook, just doing some editing, so it's not taking up my weekends anymore. Because now I'm back doing activism, I can't really, I need that Saturday to be out on the streets. So I'm not good. I'm like 8 weeks ahead at the moment, so I'm all right.
What did Dan cook tonight?
He didn't because he was working away, and because it's Monday night and dinner's never ready till like 7:30, so we have like freezer food. So I had some tofu, black bean tofu that was in the freezer with some rice.
In the freezer,
Nice.
tofu, nice.
Black bean tofu.
Yeah,
I just ordered Subway. I had food. I was just lazy.
That's your kind of dinner, that is.
Oh
isn't it?
yeah,
He loves it all that.
TLC is just out of this world.
See, being vegan isn't hard. It's not difficult.
I'd be
We
happy
had-
with just a bag full of potatoes, to be fair.
Like,
That's
change
what
your
I'd like.
goddamn dirty gloves. When I go to Subway.
we had a Marlin's on Saturday night, which is our local Chinese takeaway. Oh my god, that place is the bomb.
Marlins, I'm going to have to
Amazing.
get that again soon. I have had a few reports, though, of people, but I don't know if just because the
I
mock
haven't
meat there
seen
is
them
so
for
realistic.
ages. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had like the odd 1 or 2 reports over the, just in like the Bristol Vegans group and that, and people were saying we were sent real chicken and stuff like that, and it's like, or is it just super realistic? Like I don't know, because I do think a lot of vegans do that.
Test it sometimes because I'm like, I'm not sure. Can you just taste it, Dan? He's like,
Oh,
that's
that's
definitely
that.
a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
If
you've
you
never eaten animals, so why would you
No.
want mock meats, Daniela?
I like my sausages to look like vegetable sausages, like Linda McCartney's, and that's it.
I had
don't
a
want
vegetable
anything else.
burger yesterday, and it was the first vegetable burger I've had since I went vegan. I've had like meat replacement burgers ever since then, but like in the last 3 years. So it's been 3 years since I had like a veggie burger that was made of vegetables.
If you're a company, if you're a restaurant and you want customer loyalty, have a vegan option, because there's like 3 restaurants I can pick from that have vegan options. One of them is a sushi restaurant. I would follow these people into the depths of hell. Okay, I'm just so happy that the option is available. So definitely get more vegan options. Get at least one vegan option on your menu chart, and you will have a very happy customer base.
Well, the place we went to yesterday, they were like, yeah, we've got vegan options. They had a veggie burger, but it was only vegan without the bun because it was a brioche bun, and also without the mayonnaise, obviously, and the salad dressing was honey salad dressing. So
Fucking hell.
So we had a naked veggie burger with some chips and some salad, which had no dressing on. So yeah, and then they had
and it cost like $50, I bet.
No, it was actually quite cheap. I was surprised when we paid for the bill for like 3 lots of food and a couple of rounds of drinks. I was quite surprised how cheap it was. Not that I paid; the husband paid. I didn't pay for anything. I was spoiled. I don't know where Paul. There's Paul. I've just seen him. Hello, Paul.
Hey.
Sorry, I didn't see you. I hope you weren't there for long.
Hi guys. No, I've had to go through Google. Google Chrome.
Just seen him. Oh, have you got your YouTube playing, Paul? Can you turn your
Are you ready for
YouTube off?
this? Hi guys. No, I've had
Wait a
Are you
minute,
ready?
Paul. Wait, Paul. Can you turn your YouTube off?
YouTube.
Yeah.
I've got it. Sorry.
Can you turn your
Bloody
YouTube
hell.
off?
Let me just do this.
Wait,
Hang on.
Wait, Paul. Can you... Yay!
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 Now I can hear you.
So go on. What are we waiting for? Can you hear us still? Paul, are you still there? I think he had plugged it into needs to change his settings. Paul, if you can hear me, I don't think he can hear me.
No, he can't hear, can he?
I think he maybe
Oh, bless
shut down
him.
the sound of his computer, like the sound altogether.
Yeah.
He's incredible. He's just so incredible.
He had a medal. What was that all about?
Well, this is what I've invited him on to say, so maybe I'll send him a quick message on Facebook. Paul.
It puts me to shame. I really need to get off my bum and like just go for a run tonight. But
I've tried running for like a little bit, and I hear myself again.
Oh, Paul, are you back on?
Is
Can
that
you hear
better?
us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
What?
Yeah.
Yes, but it's echoing, so we can hear ourselves back. Have you got the YouTube link still playing?
Have I got what? Sorry?
No, I think it's fine now.
I think it's fine. Yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah,
Go on,
yeah.
what were you going to show us, Paul? What were you going to show us?
oh, bless him.
I think
Oh no, it gets stuck.
That's a great place to be stuck on.
I think you've frozen, Paul.
He's probably talking and thinking we're hearing him right now. He's probably showing off his medal gleefully while he's frozen.
Oh, Paul, I think you froze. But Paul, recently, let me just get up his Facebook page, and then this man is...
He's always out there.
Amazing. Was it on the vegan runners, the UK vegan runners page, Daniela? Wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
He's disconnected.
Oh.
Does anyone know if he's going to vegan camp out? Because they always have their part run thing with the vegan runners on a Saturday morning.
I don't think he is. No.
Oh, bless him.
Wait, let me just find it. So many people have posted about that, what they did. There it is. Oh, now I'm having technical problems with bloody internet. Share screen. Just quickly share this. So can everyone see this?
Yep.
I'll make it bigger. So the Southwest Coast 2 Challenge, one of the best weekends I've ever had, without a doubt. I'm so glad that we did this after both my son Ben and I suffered injuries. Where's it gone? I've lost it. We decided to walk the ultra together. I went with a brace on each knee and amazingly had no trouble with my knees at all. And this had been my main concern because he's had a lot of problems with his knees when he's been doing his training. Bearing in mind, this guy is 83. He's going to be 84 in September. So Ben went on to do the whole 102 kilometers, whilst I had to pull out due to medical concerns at 70 kilometers. But the whole thing was a blast. One of the best things I've ever done. I wrecked with Vegan Runners Vest the whole way through and made many friends for the vegan cause. Sure, I'll post a few pics here and try and provide a bit of context to them as I promised. So that's him and his son there at the end. And he said he feels like a bit of a fraud because he's having a photo taken in front of the finisher. But my God, like...
He's no fraud.
No, he's not a fraud, is he?
83, bloody hell. He's done brilliantly.
And then there's them having a drink.
Got to be done.
With his son, who's single, by the way, ladies, but not vegan. Not vegan.
Oh.
What a lovely thing to do with your dad as well. Like,
oh, there was another one repping with him. Ah,
yeah. And
the famous T-shirt.
The famous T-shirt. He became a member of the Vegan Runners UK Vegan Runners page, and someone sent him a vest like for free. How lovely is that? Like he didn't ask for it; they just sent it to him.
It is a magic vest. When you put that vest on, you just become this amazing Mason Runner. They say there's magic. It's literally magic because you suddenly you just think this is what I'm running for. I'll start running, thinking about the animals. It just motivates you, and you think, oh, look at all these carnies running past me. I've got to beat them. So it's a magical vest. That's great.
Paul
that
just
somebody
sent me a
sent him
message
that.
saying his laptop just shut down, so he said he's sorry.
All right.
Oh,
I'm going to make a move now, guys, because I've got a load of people trying to get through to me about stuff. But it was a great stream, Rebecca, and cheers everyone for tuning in. And yeah,
thanks for joining. And go and subscribe to George's channel if you aren't subscribed already. Get on there and check out his website. If you want good arguments to non-vegans, then check out the Carnism Debunked website.
Thank you very much. Cheers, guys.
Thanks, George. Bye.
Thanks, George. Bye.
Yeah,
we better go as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
We're wrapping up. So thanks for UK Vegan Family for coming on, and thanks Level Joy. Thanks to everyone watching. What have you got coming up next, Level Joy? I should have done that with George and the Vegan Poet as well.
Yeah, and I think George mentioned earlier that he had a bunch of more discussion stuff coming up. So that's that to look forward to. Definitely recommend his channel if you want to, look into how those argumentation part of veganism works. What I've got coming up is I'm working on a big music project that I'm very excited for. I hope everything works out the way that I want to. And I've also got a B video coming up talking about I'm kind of taking a deep dive into, can bees suffer? Can they experience pain? What kind of experiments have we, done to back that up? Oh, Paul's here.
And UK Vegan Family, what have you got coming up? And I'll stay on for a little bit with
Well,
it's you doing the editing.
Yeah, I'm in the process of trying to edit like a 12-day holiday into like 13 minutes. So
and we've got some lives we need to do.
Yeah,
he does all that, not me.
It's nearly there. I've just got to find some free music to stick over the top of some of the talky bits because it's a bit boring. But other than that, I've got some things planned for the future. It's just going to be finding time to do it. So I'm trying to bring out a series, like a little bit of a funny series to do. I've got it all sort of written up now. It's just finding the time to record it.
I've got a new series coming up, but I'm keeping it under my hat at the moment. It's going to be a little while, but it's very exciting. Paul, welcome back.
Well, I just want to say, would it be a bit cheeky to ask how come 30 minutes out of 2 weeks and there's boring bits in there? What
because
sort of a holiday was that?
It was a chill holiday. It was we went down to Weymouth, Dorset.
Camping.
So a lot of it was
Gale Force Winds.
TLC.
And tell me about the Gale Force Winds. Yeah.
So it was just a lot of that sort of stuff. Were you down there? You would have been down there, wouldn't you? Coast to coast.
Yeah. Well, I was up Dunkery Beacon on Exmoor.
Right. Oh yeah. Yes, I know that.
On the Saturday with all that wind and rain and thunderstorms.
Oh, bloody hell.
It was pretty. I use the word brutal. It was bloody hard work. But every step of the way, I couldn't think of anywhere else I'd rather be. It was just absolutely fantastic. It was a real blast from start to finish. It was wonderful. So yeah, it was great. I'm so glad I did it.
So show us what you've got and talk a little bit what you did.
That's my T-shirt, yeah.
I hope everyone that's watching is clapping. I know we can't hear you, but you better be cheering.
There's my medal. It's the first medal I've ever got. Now, come on, guys. First medal at 83. You could do better than that.
Nice.
Don't wait till my age. Get in there. Yeah. No, it was fantastic. Do it, guys.
Do it. And how far did you go? Tell people a little bit what it was.
I got 70k into the 102k. And my rucksack, I should have bought a new rucksack, but I had an old one with a tied strap, and it was just pulling me to one side, and I was walking like a crab at one stage, sort of bent over.
Oh no!
And Ben, my son, was with me. He was carrying my rucksack for long periods, and I thought, he said to me, "Can you do another 12k to the next pit stop like that, Dad?" And I said, "Perhaps not, mate." And I just gave it up then, but I got shuttled back to the finish and waited for him there. But it was just so wonderful. Everything about it The only slight niggle was the vegan food wasn't great. There was some of it, but it wasn't all that great. So, but that's a minor point. It was just a blast from start to finish. And I met Cheltenham Vegan. She's on Instagram, quite active, and she said, "You sound exactly like me." She's about 24 or something, and I sounded exactly like her. And we were browbeating her husband, who isn't vegan. We ganged up on him, and I met so many people. I just made some really good friends, and yeah, it was terrific.
Because that's one thing you do whenever you go out and you go for a run or walk or you're doing exercise. You always have cards and leaflets with you, and you always outreaching, aren't you?
Yeah, I got this. I had this printed off by the what is it?
Everyday
activism. Yeah, she did that for me, and I handed that out to anybody who showed any sort of interest. In fact, even on the train coming home from Dawlish, we stopped at a station. And a couple of guys got on, and one of them saw. I still have my runner's number 3323 on my vegan runner's vest. I wear that all the time. And he said, "Oh, you've been in an event, mate?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I just did a bit of a marathon, ultra marathon." And he went further up and sat down. So when the train started, I went up and there were three guys. And I said, "Are you runners? Were you interested?" He said, "No, I'm not a runner." He said, "I was just interested in what you're doing." So I told them the whole story, and they were drinking Bud beer. They had small bottles of Bud. So they said, "Hey, mate, that deserves a Bud." So I gave them 3 of these in exchange for a Bud. Yeah.
Well done, Paul.
Yeah, no, it's so easy to, if you're running and you got something like this with you, and you see a young family with a kid, the kids always run ahead, don't they? The kids always want to run. And I tell them, look, it is a runner. Just something happens in their teenage years, but when they're that age, they just want to run. So encourage it. And by the way, this is what I do. And here's my channel, and donate and donate to Viva. Yeah, I just, I better take this off. It's clunky. Yeah.
Yeah, well done. Congratulations.
I have a great life. I really do. I'm so lucky. I feel so fortunate.
And what would you say to? I know you started the stream, and I'm sure you'll watch it back with the footage of the pigs. What would you say to any vegans that are here tonight and watching this and aren't active? For the animals, that is.
Well, being vegan's nothing, is it? It's just a non-action. It's just not doing anything. You know, if you see an injustice, you want to do something about it. I would have thought and being a vegan, being an animal rights activist is the default position. I reckon it's just you have to speak up, otherwise you're complicit, aren't you? That's what Martin Luther King said. You know, you're on the side of the oppressors if you don't speak up.
I realise that UK Vegan Family are still on, and you guys wanted to go, so I'm sorry for keeping. You can go. You don't have to stay on.
Okay, we'll see you all soon.
See you soon.
See you soon.
And you, we'll see you all soon.
Yeah, bye then. Bye.
I just realised they were probably hanging on, so they weren't being rude, because I know what they're like. So.
British
I
politeness.
haven't really met Level Joy before, have I?
No, I haven't met you yet. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. Good.
Yeah, Level Joy's got a great YouTube channel with. She's got a stunning voice, Paul, like breathtaking singing voice. She's very talented musically, and she's got a really nice YouTube channel with some very emotional songs on there about what happens to the animals. So definitely worth sharing to some people, because they definitely get to me when I watch them.
I'll have a look at that. Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Again, I got a big project coming up, and I hope it's all gonna work out. But I'm making some preparations. Hopefully tomorrow, my centerpiece will arrive. My most important aspect of that thing, and I hope it won't disappoint.
And the video that was on the start of this 15-minute video, I'm gonna put that on its own this Thursday, and I've still got Activism series. I've been given a bunch of new ideas by Paul Yude, because you gave me an amazing magazine. So I've made some.
Oh yeah.
I've made some videos from that.
Remember, I said I had another another way of activism that I hasn't seen anywhere else.
Yeah.
Well, in Taunton, they have a big park called Vivery Park, and there's a cafe at the end of it, which is pretty much vegan, except for one or two very small things. But it's pretty much vegan. And they have a donate. They have a big pile of duck food, and you get a couple of take a bag of duck food, and you donate 50p, and feed the ducks. And if ever, so I take whenever I get a Greg's sausage roll, I keep the bags, and they got they're vegan bags actually. So I put some duck food in there. Whenever I see anybody feeding bread to the birds, to the ducks, I say, "Hey, haven't you heard? Bread's poisonous to ducks. Here, have this." And I just give them a little bag of duck food, and they're always very grateful, I've found. And I can start talking to them about going vegan.
That's a good one. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that is a good idea. Yeah. Paul is one of the most active people I know. Like every opportunity, he will speak to people about it. Definitely, which is really good, really good. And he's the oldest AV organizer as well. He organizes the Cuba Truth in Taunton, his hometown. So,
oh wow, that's amazing.
Cool.
Thank you for paving the way for noob vegans such as myself.
Oh, yes. Well, yeah. We also start somewhere. To one of my big regrets, Joy, I didn't become vegan until I was in my mid-60s, and I didn't become an activist until just over 3 years ago now. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you did.
That's okay, Bo. Don't be sorry. We're going to wrap up soon anyway because I've got to get up early for work. But I just wanted I'm glad that we stayed on for Paul coming on. No, it's fine, Level Joy. I'm
no, same. So I have to be early as well.
Yeah, I'm early to bed, early to rise, me. But yeah, thanks, Paul, and congratulations again on for
thanks for inviting me on.
An amazing thing.
Yeah. Oh, thanks very much. Yeah, we're going back. I'm going to go back next year and finish it. I've got unfinished business with that ultra.
So have a different rucksack next time, right?
Indeed, my son's going to get me one for my birthday, and
is he? Bless him.
Yeah, I'll smash it next year. Yeah.
Is he any closer to being vegan or not?
He's gone vegetarian in the last 6 weeks for preparation for this ultra.
Right.
So he's moving in that direction, and I'll make sure I keep giving him different vegan things. He's in love with Richmond meat-free sausages. He loves them. So. And the Greg's sausage roll, and there's several other things that he likes. So I'm just moving him in that direction.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just glad they stopped doing the steak bake. But I'm going to say a massive thank you to everyone again for coming on. Please remember to subscribe to all the channels that were on the stream tonight. They're all in the description. Like the video. Please leave some comments as well below because that really helps the algorithm to push things out there. And also, most importantly, there's a Facebook link in the description with the video, with the film that we showed tonight of those poor pigs at that farm in Wakefield. Please share that on your social media, on Facebook, everywhere. You don't have to do anything. Just share it there. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to reply to any comments. Just share the video and it will do everything it needs to do for itself. Yeah. But thanks again, Beans. See you soon.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Rebecca. Bye then. Bye.